And that's a late season change by John Dunning, having Waller play opposite position, having Engie Namani just play back row. It certainly helped this squad late in the season.
Thompson to Deasy. The solo block from Richards. Morrison has it put back at her.
And that's why John made that change. Aaron Waller, a great blocking presence at 6'1", can really clamp down Engie Namani, a great athlete, but doesn't have the height that Waller has to block.
Yeah, he talked about how unorthodox Waller can be and how difficult it is to read what she's doing. Francie Gerard in the middle for Stanford. Now Morrison blocked again by Waller.
Double stop block, Francie Gerard, Aaron Waller, point Stanford.
Timeout Washington. He's not dwelling on that at all, Heather.
In fact, none of them wearing their national championship rings. All of them have put them away from for the season. Coach McLaughlin saying we want to attack it. We don't want to defend it. Coach, one of the most philosophical coaches I've worked with. I love some of his quotes, and he's used these throughout the year. Things like mindfulness is the key to improvement.
During the NCAA tournament, 17-3 in his 6 years. As the shooter all started on that 2004 national championship team. So there are national championship rings on both sides of the net here tonight. Here's Crystal Morrison, the Pac-10 Player of the Year and last year's. Out of Puyallup, Washington, former high school Player of the Year in state, and that one was drilled through
the Washington block. Look at this, she's contacting the ball before anybody jumps.
These are two of the top setters in the college game, directing traffic for their clubs. Sandell got the solo block.
Watches tape of some of the best setters in the world. Players like Ricardo from Brazil, Jeff Stork from the U.S. men's team. Kehoe looks to Richards. Got the kill.
By Kristen Richards, point Stanford.
California has started every match this year for the Huskies. Mussey. Kehoe goes back to Barbosa for the kill.
Kill by Cynthia Barbosa.
Barbosa back into the gym. Decided not to wear a brace, and Coach Dunning said it looked like she'd never had that injury. Smart, seen the block, seen the court, and putting it in the right spot.
Washington State
passed. The school wanted to start a women's volleyball program. Nobody had any volleyball experience, so they asked him to do it. The only guy that had played any volleyball was already the water polo coach. So he said, sure, why not? Had never.
They're on the floor.
Yeah, and he looked at it like a math teacher. He studied it and tactically and analyzed the angles and said, you know, I think position. I can attest to it. I've played pepper against him many times. I've been burned by him many times. He's got some talent for a guy.
Thompson looking to Mussey, blocked.
And so far, Washington's ball control is so poor. Not calling a timeout.
Washington hitting negative so far in game one.
And they just look a step behind. That time, the block out of position. Jim McLaughlin just shaking his head, talking with his assistant, Ken Ogondra, on just what type of adjustments they can make.
We go back to that matchup the last weekend of the regular season, the 3-0 sweep by Stanford. Game 3 finished up 30-15. The worst game loss Washington has suffered in 3 years. And they're down huge here in game 1. Mussey, another block at the net.
And that match might still be haunting them. Crystal Morrison hit negative in that match, and we asked her what she remembered of it, and she said absolutely nothing. I remember introductions, I remember shaking their hand at the end, and I don't remember anything in between. Might be better that way.
Oh, the block crushing Washington in game 1. A blowout for the Cardinal.
Loose and non-emotional, and it's interesting. I think Stanford's so stressing not letting up in this game.
Bryn Kehoe looks to Barbosa in the back row. 3 blockers up for Washington, but not up in time to deny Kristen Richards. Time in the match. Kehoe to Barbosa, and then slammed down by Akinradawo.
Point Stanford.
Was the Pac-10 Freshman of the Year last year. A first-team All-American this year, made tremendous strides.
And Stevie Mussey, meanwhile, getting her first kill of the night. That's what the Huskies need, more balance. They can't rely on just one player.
She went 0 for 16 in game 1.
Then went on to UOP for 2 years, decided to come play with her high school buddies.
Richards used any body part she could come up with to keep that one alive, but then Barboza into the antenna, point for the Huskies.
Back to serve. Tamari.
As long as we can, but we had no idea what to expect.
That was her first kill. She's also assisted on 5 blocks. Keogh looking for Richards, who pushes it into the corner.
That's a tough serve.
Wow. Mussey out of the back. Barboza's pass to Keogh. Slammed down the line by Aaron Waller. Just missed it wide.
But boy, she scored some style points.
9-9 here in game 2. Stanford up 1-0. Richards swooping in behind Francie Gerard for the kill.
In for the Cardinal, number 16, Faluka Akinradawo.
Kristen Richards just has such a beautiful arm swing. It's textbook.
Barboza with another big slam in the kill. Barboza again with the big swing and the ace. That's the 6th of the night for Stanford. She's got 3, and Keogh has 3.
Thompson in her best rotation.
Tough serve from Thompson. Richards. They've scored a couple of times in this game on that play.
Point Cardinal. In for Stanford, Faluka Akinradawo.
And Washington is truly lucky to have him. His dream job, and he makes no secret of it, is coaching the U.S. women's national team. And decided...
Cross court for the kill. Janine Sandell, the senior from London, England,
into the Washington lineup,
came over to the
points.
Fishburne's pass to Keogh. Barboza needs to make a little noise here for the Cardinal, and she does.
She's going to hit sharp cross court, and at the last minute, kind of drops her shoulder, hits across her body.
Morrison with a big swing out of the back. Namani the other way for Stanford. Barboza can't put it down. And Morrison into the tape.
And the difference on that play, the first back row attack by Morrison was effective because it was in system, just another offensive weapon. That time, it was an outlet. There was nobody else to set, which made it really...
Never happened in the semifinals that a team has been able to rally from down 0-2. That's what Washington is staring at if they can't rattle off a few in a row here. Deasing blocked. Solo. Barboza. 2-0 Stanford in command in the next.
Despite the fact that Washington still lost. I think he'll use her again tonight.
Jane Collymore is Jill's older sister. Barboza and Keogh. Keogh to Barboza. Popped up by Miyashiro. Free ball Stanford. Keogh. Akinradawo. Good hustle by Courtney Thompson to keep it alive. Can't keep that one up. Akinradawo with her 12th kill of the match.
I talked to Jim McLaughlin, and he said, you just need to stay on your defensive assignment. Stay in front of the ball. He made it sound very simple, yet they still have not been able to do that effectively and slow down players like Cynthia Barboza.
Thompson dumped it over for the kill. This leader throughout her career comes from a military family. Is the Pac-10's career assist leader.
Kill by Brent Keogh.
The driving force of the Stanford team. Some trouble on that set. None on that one. Kehoe to Girard for the kill.
And boy, Kehoe all season has been working on bettering the ball and reading the defense. And that time you saw her look at the Washington block.
Tracy Stalls, Corey Cooper, some of the other players checking out. And so they are back to try again, despite the fact that they lost 3 All-Americans and have a redshirt freshman setter that's starting. And could become just the second second freshman setter to lead her team to a national championship. Stanford's Bryn Kehoe, who was on the floor tonight, did it a couple of years ago for the Cardinal. Kehoe with the back set for Waller. And into the net, point for Stanford. Morrison, Thompson, Deasing sliding behind for the kill.
By Alicia Deasing, point Huskies.
We talked at the start of this game about Crystal Morrison has been only able to muster 1 kill so far here in game 3 after 4 total through the first 2 games. Richards.
Nothing worse than losing knowing that you didn't play the game that you know you can play.
Oh, the block for Stanford has been unreal.
Point Cardinal.
Just like they shocked Nebraska last year in the championship, I think Husky fans feeling the same effects here tonight. Shocked that the brilliant career of Courtney Thompson may be coming to an end. Running that Washington show last year en route to the national championship. Linking up with Morrison on many occasions.
Progress playing its best volleyball of the year at the perfect time.
14 kills for Akinwadawo. Barbosa's got 10. Richards has 9. Francie Girard rings up another. That's her 6th. Would be going for title number 7 on Saturday.
Be the most titles by any program in NCAA volleyball history. Oh, chest bump.
Kehoe going to Richards, rejected. And another big stuff. Sandell and Swarbrick.
And right now it's about pride for the Huskies. It's about showing people what Husky volleyball is and trying to keep this match going for as long as possible.
Morrison serving. Kehoe to Richards, another rejection. 3 ball. Kehoe. The kill for Aaron Waller, and it's match point for the Cardinal. Richards. Thompson looking to Collimore. Tips it over the block. Thompson back to Collimore through the block. Barbosa pumps it up. Richards, 3rd chance. Akinwadawo, and there's the winner. The Stanford Cardinal advance to the national championship. And an opportunity to win their 7th NCAA title. They'll take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers on Saturday night for the championship trophy.